Hi beautiful, welcome to today's practice. Let's begin today's class just tuning into our centering thought, focusing our minds and coming back to ourselves. Just come and cross your legs here with me, bring your shoulders down and back. And I just want you to practice becoming really present on your mat and with yourself. Just really feel your sit bones pressing into the mat. This is your time for you now to connect deeply to your authentic innermost self so that you can flourish today. And so let's start to let everything else go and come to our centering thought. I celebrate every milestone, no matter how small, as a step towards my greater journey. I celebrate every milestone, no matter how small, as a step towards my greater journey. Breathe in those words. Let go. Opening eyes. Let's take our band if you're using it today and just bring it above your knees. You can do all of this without the band as well, so just do whatever feels good for you. We are going to come into a side lying position. So just come and meet me on your side. We're gonna bring our legs into our 90-degree angle. So your knees come directly aligned with your hips here, your shins come aligned with the front of the mat. You might wanna lie yourself all the way down and just draw your belly button to spine. So we're gonna focus on really rounding through the side of that left glute. As you exhale, we're gonna bring that leg all the way up towards the ceiling. So just take a hold here. I want you to make sure that your hips haven't rolled. Really squeeze the side of that glute. And now inhale, draw that knee back down. Exhale, we find our lift. Hold here. And then inhale, slowly start to bring it down. So this series is really all about sculpting and strengthening those deeper muscles down the side of that glute. And so you might want to stick a little thumb in there to really tune into that mind-body connection. That burn is going to build pretty quickly here. And so finding that flow with our breath can be really helpful to help us move through that burn. Let's start to talk through our form. Pull belly to spine a little more to help you with your hip stability. And just make sure that your leg stays locked in that 90-degree angle so that we're moving from that hip. We're going to be here just for another 6. Make sure your hips don't start to roll backward. I like to keep my left hand on my hip, and if I feel like I'm rolling backwards a little, I just lower my range of motion and don't bring my leg up as high. You're here just for another 4. Last 3, we're gonna hold it up at the top in 2. So strong, last breath. Meet me at the top, hold here. Little pulses, up an inch, down an inch. We've got 8. 7, start to soften your face. Just let all of that tension go to your left glute. Use this burn to connect to your body. You've got another 6. Oh my God, that burn is real. We've got 5. Last 4, keep finding that inner strength for 3. Last 2, hold here. We're gonna tap knee to knee. Now hold, look where your heel is. I want you to shoot through your heel so we lift all the way up and out. Hold. Now squeeze into the center of your left glute. We're gonna come back to articulate that internal rotation knee to knee. Heel to ceiling, exhale, lift up. That's your flow. Inhale, knee to knee. Exhale, find your lift. That's our flow. We're here just for 7. For 6, find your moving meditation. All of your focus to that left glute. You flow with your breath. You let everything else go. Just keep coming back to yourself. You're here just for another 5. So good. Can you soften your face? You've got 4. Last 3. We're going to hold that leg long in 2. Hold it long. Point your toe, lift up an inch higher. Slow circles forward, breathing into it. We've got 8. 7, keep squeezing. 6, last 5, last 4. We're going to reverse in 3, soften face for 2, take it back the other way. Can you press into that band a little more? Can you find a little more length through your leg, energy through toes? Let's go. 8, last 7, scoop belly in for 5, last 4, make sure those hips aren't rolling. 3, last 2, last 1, hold, big breath in. Exhale an inch higher, slowly sweep that leg forward, hold here. We're just gonna pulse, but I want you to point that toe, then flex. Then point, then flex, then point. Let's go. This is it. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, higher, 4, for 3, last 2, oh my gosh, and 1. Drop it down, whack it out. Amazing work. Just come straight over to that other side here with me now. Legs come back to 90 degrees. We lie down on that left side. Knees come directly aligned with our hips, shins aligned with the front of the mat. Flex through with your right foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly lift that right leg up, hold. Squeeze into the side of your right glute with me here. And now inhale, slowly draw it down. Exhale, we find our lift. Big hold, squeeze the side of that glute. Inhale, slowly drop it down. So again, coming back to that mind-body connection, tuning into that right glute and making sure that our hips aren't rocking and rolling. You're gonna be here just for 8. Power in your breath. 7 more. If your mind is filling with thought, can you come back to your body? Can you squeeze that right glute harder? Can you pull belly button in further? And can you take your breath deeper into the pit of your belly? You're here just for another 4. So strong. We've got 3. Last 2. Last breath. Hold. Little pulses. Come up an inch. Down an inch. Start to challenge yourself. Find that inner strength. Learn to love that burn and use it to connect to you. We're here for 7. Last 6, we find an internal rotation in 5. Can you find a little inner smile here for 4? Last 3, we've got it. Last 2, I'm shaking, hold with me. Tap, knee to knee. Now look where that heel is. As we exhale, kick up, kick out. Find length, energy through that heel, back to your internal rotation. Tap. Exhale, hold your length. Inhale, slowly tap it down. We're here just for 7. So good. Can you come back to your centering thought from today's class and start to see this movement as your way of taking that little step? Let's acknowledge this as a milestone for you by coming to tune into yourself, to strengthen your body and your mind, to move closer and further towards that growth. We're here just for another 4. We're gonna hold our leg long in 3. So good, you're here for 2. All right, let's hold that leg. Do not drop, point your toe. We've got it. Up an inch higher, tiny circles without letting our hips roll for 8. For 7, let go of any tension in your forehead. We've got 6. Last 5, little higher for 4. Last 3, so good. For 2, all right, take it back. Breathe deep. 8, 7, last 6, focus on your mat. 5, last 4, we hold in 3, one more movement in 2, hold here, sweep leg towards the front, start to pulse, oh my God, point it up and flex, and point, and flex. Let's go, we've got 8, 7, we've got it, 6, last 5, higher, 4, for 3, last 2, and 1, drop down. Whack it out, beautiful work. Roll straight over onto your back. And I just want you to take your feet a little wider than hip width apart. Find tension in your band. Give your toes a little bit of a wriggle. Roll your hips to the ceiling. As you get to the top here, take a nice big hold. I want you to squeeze your glutes together as hard as you can. And now inhale, just tap those hips halfway. Exhale, hold. Inhale, drop it down. So here, your body is gonna wanna drop those knees inwards, but I want you to keep pressing out on your band. Keep your knees wide. If it feels good, reach hands to ceiling. We've got 8, 7, use your breath. Each time you lift those hips, can you imagine you're holding something with your bum that you don't wanna drop? We're here just for 5. Last 4, we're gonna hold in 3. So strong, last 2. Last breath, meet me at the top, knees are wide, little pulses. Can you give those toes a wriggle? Dig through your heels. You've got 8, 7, breathe into it, 6, for 5, hold it up in 4, in 3, good, in 2, hold up with me, take those knees out an inch, in an inch, out an inch, in an inch. Think about sculpting those outer thighs, sculpting those glutes, working through that burn for 7, 6, 5, well done, 4, last 3, last 2, hold your knees wide, just lift all the way up and hold. Let's come back to that body. Dig through your heels, back to your centering thought. Knees come wider, hips lift up higher. 10, 9, 8, hold. 7, is your core tight? 6, for 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, slowly roll it down. Give those knees a gentle rock from side to side. Roll yourself all the way up. Take your band off here with me, and then just come to the center of your mat. Let's cross those legs, sit up tall, and just come back to your centering thought here. I celebrate every milestone, no matter how small, as a step towards my growth. Just start to notice how it feels to acknowledge all of the baby steps that you're taking. It can be so easy to feel let down or to overwhelm ourselves with pressure when we think about our big goals, when we keep running on empty, trying to reach and strive for something that feels so far away. But when we start to acknowledge and appreciate the importance of the journey, the significance of the baby steps, and take pride in ourselves for showing up to take these little milestones, it softens the pressure, it brings us back to our joy, and it connects us back to our innermost self. So let's start here to acknowledge those milestones for ourselves, to acknowledge ourselves. And notice how it feels. You might feel a little inner smile here. Let's set our intention for this day to continue this positive momentum, to use this sense of accomplishment and love and joy from all of the baby steps that we're taking, and continue to infuse them into this day. When you're ready, take one final inhale, long exhale. Opening eyes. Thank you so much for spending this time with me on your mat. I hope this mini series has helped you to feel a little more calm, a little more confident, and a little more connected to your innermost self. I'll see you on the next class.